Hey there, this is a quick video to to summarize the work done on this kilt and the rationale behind it. As soon as this video is done, I'm going to box this up with its attendant accessories and send it off to its new owner. As I've said in an earlier vid about the selection of this tartan design, that what we're doing is something that's in homage or homage, I don't know, probably both each are correct, to the Seaforth Highlanders without being a reenactor, replicator, or anything else, because we want it to be appreciated by the casual onlooker for its quality and not just dismissed as, oh, it's just another army kilt. So we've changed the scale of the tartan. We've sewn it in knife pleats rather than box pleats. Box pleats are all very well, and they have a certain appeal. They add an element of richness, but they're less advantageous when we're talking about a kilt that's going to last for a very long time. Army kilts were destined to last for a year and then be replaced. So a kilt that's going to last for decades, possibly generations. The box pleat becomes a little more of an issue because it starts to require maintenance to keep it looking sharp. Because once it starts looking less than perfect, it looks, to my eye at least, it looks pretty shabby indeed. So we've sewn it to the knife pleat. We've included a fringe, and Seaforth and Army kilts don't have a fringe typically. The buckles are not only the old style, which have been used since at least 1860. These are in fact antique buckles because of my years as regimental master stitch in fact, if not actually in official position. For years and years and years, at their request, I've been upgrading kilts to the more modern single tongue buckle, and I kept the old ones. So here we have a couple of buckles of uncertain ancestry, but certainly they could be as old as 1910. They could be older, but they're almost certainly of the World War II era. So these buckles have seen some stuff, which I think is kind of cool. Tartan top bands, which an army kilt doesn't have. And I realized by this, I don't like defining myself or defining my product by what it isn't. That's too negative. But we're creating something that is complementary to and in homage to, as opposed to just a blind copy. The lining is cotton flannel, which I prefer because not only does it wick better, it's cooler across the back in hot weather, and the texture, the hand, means that your shirt is more inclined to stay tucked in. Shiny, smooth, polished cloths like silk or satin or anything like that, the shirt tends to untuck itself. The color choice, I chose buff because that's what I had, but also because that's one of the regimental colors of the Seaforth. So we have a bunch of sort of lowercase sort of Easter eggs, as it were, about this kilt, that somebody who knows what they're looking at is going to go, oh, I see what you did there. And I hope that the new owner will have a lifetime's of enjoyment of it, and future generations, and it will as well. And again, that old tailor's tradition of wishing you many happy years of use and enjoyment of your kilt. With the kilt, upon your request, I'm sending the leftover tartan cloth so you can play with it, make things with it. Generally, I advise people to hang on to this so that in the future, should the wearer increase in stature, this can provide a reserve to make a longer tartan top band. But that's not absolutely essential. That's not a deal breaker, because should that tailoring eventually take place, there's other options if you've used this stuff. So there you go. There's the rest of your cloth. I've thrown in a pair of Seaforth Pipers, because this gentleman is a piper, a Seaforth Pipers garter knots. And curiously, and I don't know the reason for this, the origin for this, but the Seaforths wear the same pattern as the Scots Guards. And I'm not sure who influenced who, but there we are. Piper's waist belt buckle of the 78th Highlanders, and regimental brass again of the 78th, who later became the 2nd Battalion Seaforths, and later still were the greatest influence in the creation of my old regiment, the Seaforth Highlanders of Canada. So thank you. This will be on its way to you tomorrow. And again, I wish you many happy years with it. And again, any question, comment, or concern, I'm here, because having a bespoke tailor, you've got an avenue straight to me. You ask the once the transaction is done, the process isn't done. Isn't finished. I'm still here for you if you need me. So there we go. Carry on and enjoy.